Greetings, fellow Unities. Aloha. Um, Welcome to my channel. Uh, you'll hear I changed the greeting, and it's because it's time. It's time, you guys. One of the things I was looking for was a story, like how to explain, this. Like, how do we explain our lives? How do we explain the story of our lives, of everything that's happened to us, of everything that's going to happen to us? Um, I can't even begin to tell you what this last month has brought me, and it's brought me to the brink, like, more than once. Like, I feel like I lived lifetimes. I feel like I died over and over again. And it wasn't just like a life review, for this particular life. It was like a soul review of several lifetimes. But it put into context my life, you guys. It put in, like, my experience of life, why things happen the way that they do, at least for me. And I'm weaving together a story which I can explain, at least what I would say, my soul's journey and my soul's view of how reality works. Because so much of it does have to do with our individual views. I would say we all have this. What makes a soul is this, like, holy essence, this sacred essence inside of us that allows us to create. And part of that, even if you're being very physical formatish, if you want to put it that way, just the ability to have and choose our own perspective is an act of creation. And even if you don't think that really changes anything on the outside, and I'm not saying it doesn't either, because I do believe that we have a lot more capability of interacting with everything than we've been told originally. But this has to do with the unities. This has to do with the different patterns that have, like, governed reality. And yeah, there's so many mosquitoes. I don't know if you saw it, my video yesterday. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was just so many mosquitoes, and uh, I'm super covered up now. And even then, I'm trying to keep my face clear, you know. And in some ways, I'm doing okay. I'm a little unhinged, still. More distance from some things. I didn't relapse per se. I was cleaning up stuff, and it's not exactly what I was. What's been the danger for me? But I found a little bit of Pakalolo, and so I tried to smoke it, and I probably got maybe one little hit off of it. But then something happened. My hand brushed it, and then I lost it. And just with the if you could see the ground right now, it's screwed up. It doesn't matter. And so I just needed something. I hate saying that, you guys. I absolutely hate saying that, being in this needy position. Um, but I think that's part of what I think is important. Like, moving on. Like, so much of my life, I've been vulnerable, you guys, and I've been strong at the same time. Like, even now, like, geez, you guys, it just goes so much back and forth. It's been so back and forth sometimes. And in some ways, it's not different from the rest of my life, you guys. Like, a lot of the reason why I've been so positive and strong is because in some ways it's just like there's no choice, man. Like, I've seen reality in a particular format where it's just like it's what I call a faux choice. Like, there's a choice, yeah, but if you are aware and you see what the choice is really about, there's not really much of a choice. Okay, like, this is where dark humor comes in, you know. And I just realized that I can kind of see it on the phone where, I don't know, the lighting all changes. It looks like, I think it has to do with my hat. Um, right, and then, like, squirrel talking about something else. So these are just logs, man. These are just logs. It's not going too long. I'll try to keep it under 20 minutes. I just wanted to talk. I like, there was a large portion of time. Like, I got out of here like over an hour ago, and I didn't even start making videos until right now. The bugs were bothering me, and just so many freaking thoughts, you guys. This is just it's a nice area, but this is where I would be using. This is like a kind of a triggering area for me. at the same time, it's one of the few places that I can actually videotape without really too much interference. Like being homeless, you guys, man, it is something. If you've never been it before, it's one of those things where it's just like I don't recommend it, but what I've taken away from it has been wonderful. And I hope to be on my way out, you guys. Just starting this path and everything. It's a good, it's good. Definitely today though, I've noticed, and I've not already known this, you guys. This is what I mean by a faux choice, where it's just like the capability of going back is always there. Doesn't matter. Just like I say, anyone can come back from the brink, you guys. As long as you're alive, I feel like there's hope. Is the best way to say it. But that also goes in the other direction as well, where at any point in time we can fall back. We can go back into that fellow unity. While we're here, I hope there's a threshold or a point where it's just like that's what graduation is. And it just gets easier and easier while we're here. But just like there is a point where it's just like it's not this choice anymore, you guys. And I'm holding fast to that. I guess is the best way to put it. It's giving me hope right now. If I thought that this is just it for the rest of eternity, and screw that, you guys, I would be part of the unity that fell. And that's been part of my issue. All right. Like why I have gravitated toward drug use and other patterns in my life, which are very addictive, you guys, very addictive. To my credit, though, society is, like so much of us, you guys, so much of us, we just like it's hidden. And that's what keeps it available. Is that we don't talk about it, we don't share about it really too much because it exposes it, and when it exposes it, then it's hard to keep doing it. Essentially, what it is, like these patterns and these things can only survive in the darkness. Like as soon as we start talking about it for real, um, it's harder. It's a lot harder to do. Um, and it's also why I wasn't making videos, you guys. Like part it's like double sided, if you ask me. But it's just like part of it, I didn't even have the energy or the time to sleep. All right, where I was always on. I was going. I was building towards something. I was exploring something really important to me, and I was it just ended up showing my addictive patterns and what I'm capable of in the worst of circumstances, you guys. Like and I like and not even the worst. There could be a lot worse, but it's just like what I mean is just like I'm a fairly I am who I am, you guys. I don't know how else to say it. Just like I'm very unique in a lot of ways. Um, and part of my particular journey has been forgiving myself, like, and not even forgiving myself, but looking at myself differently through the eyes that I see other people in, because it's so easy for me to give love to other people. I would say 90% of the time, 95% of the time, um, and I think part of it is that I'm always looking at other people too, and so it's just whatever. And I've determined, it's better to feel good. Like, and if so much is perspective, I spent a lot of my early life learning how to engineer perspectives so that I could be in a place of what I would call true power, where it's just like, yeah, man, I'm at peace. Yeah, things are okay. Things are what they are, and I'm okay with that. And things are fine. Like you can't get on me for with these other stuff. Like, and this thing still affected me, and it's still a work in progress, and so much in that way. And especially like it's not I don't know how to call it, you guys, where maybe there's been backtracking with the rampant drug use, but it has been a challenge. It's been a real challenge. And it goes so much deeper. It goes so much deeper, you guys. I'm checking the time. Like, I wanted to understand, like, if you're into it this far, that's great, you guys. Awesome. Right? 9 minutes of me rambling about my freaking rampant drug use and everything. But, I got to see what I needed. I really got to see what I needed because I wanted, to understand. I really wanted to understand something, you guys. It was what I would call the elite leadership. All right. I really wanted to understand how they could do this to people. And I'm still on the fence where there's two particular angles. This is why I started to indulge in these darker aspects anyways, because it felt like it could possibly be this one particular side where it's just like it's being a teacher. It's helping people learn particular aspects of creation, all right, where the best thing to say, it's just like a harsh teacher, I guess is the best way to put it. And a lot of these lessons can't be learned through a source which is perfectly loving, all right, like truly loving, all right. Some of these lessons, they wouldn't happen, all right. And this is just the position that we find ourselves in, I guess is the best way to say it, all right, where very ungodly aspects are allowed to exist within this particular realm, which is still of God, all right. People likened it to a matrix, underneath the pleroma. There's a bunch of there's a bunch of ways to put it. All right, a hologram, you know, um, the plane of Earth, where souls are being judged. There's many different ways to put this particular story, but they're all in a very similar format, which I find interesting. Right, the dark aspects, maybe they are teachers. All right, but I also think that's an excuse. I also think that's an excuse. And maybe there are souls out there who that's just their path, man. They've done that surrender to it. But what I was experiencing myself was that I was going to lose the most important parts of me in order to be a dark teacher. All right. And there would be an aspect of me. Now, this is what I truly believe now. Like, this is the secret, you guys. All right. I'll maybe be able to talk about this on other videos, but I wanted to get this out of the way where it's just like, this is important, you guys. They're stuck. All right. They are addicts. All right. And I only know the barest minimum. All right. The barest minimum. Barest minimum. But in some of these families, the amount of trauma and abuse and just, I can't even, right? I can't even fucking keep this thing still, you guys. It's bad. All right. It's bad. And the psyche adapts in certain ways in order to keep living. All right, in order to keep living, it will create a perspective and a story around itself in order to make sense of what things go on. And there's still ways and things that biology will interact with this in order to keep going. All right. Now, I'm being very specific when I say those things, where I've gotten to experience it more and more throughout my life. All right. And this also attracted the romantic relationships I had in my life. All right. And I'm able to see it a lot better now. Like, I had a little bit of an idea, but I couldn't see. I couldn't see the whole picture. And knowing the whole picture, it's better in some ways. All right. And I don't even say that I know the whole picture. But I can do. It's just there's so many airplanes here. Um, I can see enough. I see enough now. And in order to get to this point of seeing enough, I had to go through enough in order to see enough. And that's what was hard. That's what's been hard. I like to believe and think the worst is over, but still getting out of this. All right, I know putting more distance between part of these issues is going to help me. It helps people in recovery, and that the hardest part is right in the beginning. I already know that. I've had various ways the same thing. Like, it's never been this harsh. All right, I'm going to be honest. It's never been this bad. Um, I think seeking help just outside of my own particular worldview is good. Just being able to hear other people's stories, other people's lives. I could probably go to something more specific, but 12-step programs. There's like an AA here that's close by, and then they hold in the park, and I like it. alcohol wasn't ever really my thing, but it's the addiction. This is what I keep saying, you guys. Crap. It's starting to rain. It's starting to rain, you guys. I want to keep going. It's just going to be shaky now. Like I say, raw and unedited, right? This is what it means to be homeless in Hawaii. Be a freaking drug addict now. All right, or former, whatever, whatever you want to say. All right, that's a little bit better. You might be able to salvage it still. Maybe not. I can kind of keep it there, but then I'm seeing my face here. Whoa.